Hi, hello, we're back again. This is Team Bonus Action. My name is Neysa. We got a few different people at the table. Who are they?
Hi there, my name is Ninja Spence 21, and I will be reprising the role of Belyphe Pro Compoli, that the Newman Tales Soul Knife Rogue.
I'm Chris. I'm playing Pnuema. She's a goat person. She's a monk. She's Greek. Yeah, I'm satyr, fawn, whatever you want to say. Technically a wood elf, but you know, in this world,
you don't even know what you are.
Do any of us though?
Dude, I know what I am.
I know what I am.
My name's Jed. I'm playing a robot. I'm a robot. I'm a robot filled with bees. I'm a dude filled with dudes playing another dude.
You're just a mecha.
I'm a mech. I'm a mobile home for a inbred group of bees.
You're Tangen Topa Delta Logan.
Yep. Anyway.
God damn it.
I'm Hewitt. I'll be playing Hemo, the life cleric goblin.
Spicy.
Okay, so this is Dawn of Reviving Shadows. We'll be getting into that momentarily, but first we would like to gently remind everyone of our viewers out there, if you are financially able, we would greatly appreciate if you would help us by supporting the Trevor Project or the ACLU. Those are two tangentially political entities that are doing good work as far as protecting the people whose rights are currently being stripped away by our government. So, with all of that out of the way, if you can support them, that would be fantastic because they do need your help. Trevor Project helps trans youth who have been disenfranchised by their families and communities, and ACLU defends the literal civil liberties and rights and responsibilities of us as American citizens. So, all of that good jazz out of the way. To earn inspiration, now that we actually have something to talk about, what happened last time in episode 1 of Dawn of Reviving Shadows?
I was scared.
Yeah, you were scared, but the thing that scared you was a thing that was mostly dead.
Only mostly dead.
Mostly dead.
Yeah.
But before that, we were at a party, and we were just perusing around, and then we got to talk with the queen, and then, like, I gave the queen a bunch of liquor. Not liquor, but
you gave
wine.
her some wine. I gave the queen some honey. You gave the queen something.
I gave her a story, a songbook and stories based on her rule.
And then the guard started
flipping out.
Yeah, flipping out, moving around. There was a hushed warning of someone had escaped. Mm-hmm. And then the thing that had escaped wasn't a someone, but a something. It was a mostly dead spirit type thing of some. I don't really know how to describe it.
Hallowed or hollowed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's kind of zombie, kind of not.
And we whooped its ass.
But it did kill a lot of guards and 87 members of your nation.
Yeah, it killed a lot of guards and 87 bees.
Who did it kill? It killed Lamar and who else?
Okay.
Colin.
B 125 through 129 are dead. B 187, 46,
was it Cooper?
32,
Yes.
537, and 1512.
Yeah.
And
they're all like 3 days away from retirement too, which is really sad.
These don't retire; they just die.
No.
Exactly.
They got an early retirement. Is what they got.
No, they were going to move upstate. That's what they tell everybody. They just moved to your head. You just got a head full of dead bees.
And then it was...
So that's why your head sounds like a maraca.
There's no illusion in the bee colony.
So then afterwards, the guard showed up with just their cage of, I forget what that they had with them. And then that they were just like that, y'all killed the thing. And then we were like, yeah.
Yeah, they were going to put it back in a kennel. And we're like, nah, it dare you.
We killed it before you could ecto trap that shit.
And then we spread its ashes.
And then
ashes. Okay, for a second.
And then we had basically had to go to the noble safe house and speak with a very, very drunk queen, Siberia. Jaziri about the whole ordeal. And then that basically then that they had told us to travel due south due to some unknown town that they basically have basically called a necropolis.
That-
in a sense.
Yeah, it's going to be a 10 days travel. We're going to get some kind of way of transport, so we're not having to walk the entire time.
Right.
It would take longer.
It'd be over
Although
a month
We
by foot.
did offer. They did not charge us. They
Yeah.
weren't
And
they
then-
weren't gonna put that on us. But
And
we
then
were
that
like,
this
"We'll
is
do it."
our own things, and then that we just basically say, okay.
Yeah, we signed
want-
consent forms.
You want revenge? I'm all about maintaining life, and that's a
Yeah.
city of the dead that seems to be growing.
Yeah, I must punish those who killed people in my or members of my family. Not people.
But they might consider themselves
You're
people.
high.
We would not stoop to being people.
So
We're
Escanor
beasts.
complex.
See, no,
We
I
are
had to make
beasts.
sure that got out in the open for all of us to know.
Escanor complex.
There is bees, and then there's everything else.
We're the same as humans. Who decided that?
Some small bullshit.
It's none of your business.
But yeah, I think that's where we had a good night's rest. I think.
We
Okay.
All did.
Well, everybody can have an inspo for today. My same rules as always. If you don't use it, you can stack it. Since we've only got like 5 episodes remaining, you're not going to max out. And
So it's gonna
there
make-
were a couple more things that I wanted to make sure that got fully resolved and remembered. Jed, DT did leave behind a fledgling queen and a starter colony of bees, correct?
Correct.
Good job.
That is
Okay.
correct.
And that's not going to mechanically affect you. We're going to kind of say that as long as y'all don't get into any knockdown, drag out TPK type fights before you get to the necropolis, that 5-day span gives Queen Melisande enough time to replenish the forces and get some new bees grown up to replace them.
Yeah.
So you're okay on that. And also, with regards to Pneuma, I believe that Pneuma, you had specifically requested information instead of a trinket type gift in exchange for your gift of wine. Was that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and remind us what information you were wanting specifically.
I wanted to talk to the Arcanist to see what they would know about the veil, not the veil, but the hex that surrounds my homeland, to see if they could understand what's going on with it. Or
Okay.
if they could give me
So,
any insights.
Basically, to kind of make sure that everything gets covered here. Today's episode is going to be kind of a set of vignettes. It's not really going to be one cohesive thing. So we're going to kind of do scenes here, scenes there, kind of a thing to get y'all traveled down. So what we're going to do here is, before y'all left the first trees, it was going to take a day or two to kind of get everything y'all needed kitted out, food, cart, horses, etc. And so during that day or two where y'all are kind of lingering around the first trees in the aftermath of the festival and the escaped hollowed, you are able to meet with a visiting scholar archivist from the Ravensclaw Monastery out to the east. This scholar is basically able to explain to you that the hang on, I have it written down. I haven't forgotten.
She forgot.
The Euro Veil was put in place about 1,000-ish years ago, and it was put in place by a relatively high-ranking Archfey, who was not directly affiliated to the Tenithra siblings, the four who rule the majority of Velbrook. Symplega as your homeland, y'all don't really vibe too much with the Tenithra siblings. So this Archfey, their name was Ruyatho, Ruyatho. And after essentially creating the Obscura Veil and binding it to the land itself, they disappeared. And no one saw or heard anything from them again. So no one really knows. There's no record of exactly why Ruyatho would have been willing to do this for you, but you kind of don't look a gift horse in the mouth. It was what Symplega wanted, it's what Symplega got, and it's worked so far. But now that it's faltering, maybe there was something to do with the fact that,
Maybe a deal went awry.
how do we put this? Because it was tied to the land, maybe there's something happening with, think of it like ley lines, I guess. Something's happening in the deepest reaches of the energy that flows through the land that could be affecting the Obscura Veil.
Well, shit.
That's the scholar's best guess, just from a historical perspective. There's not really enough information that he has access to really go any further than that, but that's his current working theory.
Well, shoot. I think before I go home, I'm going to have to pinpoint what that could be. If there's a fucking oil field on my island, I'm going to kill somebody. Just some goblins on the other side of the island just trying to extract wealth. No offense.
Offense.
Slowly putting pollen into the side of the robot for you to get stung specifically at some point.
You're not with me. You don't know what I'm saying.
I'm not with him. I don't know what he's saying.
I feel like I need to bribe the hive to get even with you for some reason. I feel slandered.
That fucking goat lady.
Okay. One final thing that I wanted to double check before we kind of get y'all out of the first trees. Nobody really sent me any requests for kit or equipment, but I do remember that we had talked about how it seemed like DT was the only one, who didn't have a weapon that counts as magical apart from magic.
Yes.
Did you want to try to get like some sort of an enchantment or an upgrade on your main weapon, your rapier, before we leave the first trees, or do you want to take chance on finding something along the way?
No, that's definitely something that I knew was an issue, which is why I was in our level up. I was leaning back and forth between different things. I was like, I need to have more interaction with things that need to have. If it's something that needs to have a magical thing that hits it, I need to have that ability instead of it just being a sword. And so, if that's an option, if that's something I can find here, I didn't know we had the ability to shop around for a second. We hadn't really gotten to it yet.
I already have a kit.
This episode's kind of half downtime, half travel up. So,
Okay. Let me find something that'll.
I've also got 300 gold if you need any help buying anything.
Yeah, I don't really have a use for gold most of the time, so that's worth talking to me about. If I have gold, it's just in a bag somewhere. I'm like, okay. I have 250 gold or 260 gold because I bought that thing the other day, but I didn't use any gold from building the character or anything. It's kind of I don't know what to use it for. Moment.
Okay.
Let's go enchant a sword.
Day after the festival, you'll be able to find the local blacksmith currently working on breaking down like the joiners and everything that was upholding the stage. But they're definitely willing to like get you properly kitted out with whatever it is you're wanting. We just need to kind of know what DT is thinking about looking for.
Yeah. Let's gotta go to the blacksmith person. Excuse me. Smith. Correct?
Yes?
And
How can we help you?
my sword. I whip out my sword much too fast to be showing it to a person non-threateningly. Much too fast. My sword.
My blade.
Doesn't do enough damage to the mostly dead thing that we fought earlier. If I'm going to a place that is a hive of them, I need to be able to do more damage. Can you enchant it in some way?
Could do things like silver plate it, or could do things to give it a bit of a little bit of magic infusion that would last you for that. But that's just that's a little poke sticker there. It's not much of anything. Not gonna be able to do much more than that. Not gonna be able to strengthen it too much. Could maybe keep it from breaking if you hit a rock wall stabbing through a ghost.
Oh, that
Just kind of what you...
Let's do the... Yes. That sounds
So-
adequate.
Silver or magic or strength or all threes?
This will do. Yes. I try to hand him the sword. Do that.
He'll take the sword and he he seems a little bit confused, but work is work kind of a thing. We all know Smiths; they're extremely practical.
Should I be walking by
He
us?
will put a thin silver plating on the blade
Okay.
and infuse it with a magical strengthening charm so that you can get on your way within a reasonable amount of time. It will run you 200 gold
Okay.
to get it all said and done.
Done. I don't see
All
value
right,
in
so
I don't see value in this gold that is not sticky and liquid.
Trading in honey, it's much more valuable.
Obviously.
your rapier
Shiny rock.
is now a +1 with silver. And it does count as magical. So,
I'm gonna put the stats in.
if it was already a +1, you can bump it to +2. I don't remember if you said it was already +1.
I don't think it was. It was not.
Okay.
All right. Now I have a pretty shiny sword that does better damage.
All right. One final question before we get y'all rolling toward the necropolis is the kind of the role play question of the day. What currently is your character most curious about?
Like in terms of the necropolis, or generally?
However you want to interpret the question, that is the question. It is open-ended.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I guess mine would be two parts. It's like I'm curious to know what exactly are the mostly dead things, and what is causing them. What is at the center of that, and also, like, I want to know who Riatho is and who is drilling on my fucking island.
Well, for Belyphe, that for one, that she would be interested in just like if this thing was like Grim Herald adjacent why wasn't it able to basically be essentially dealt with just like all of that the other like spirits and such, and then that this is something new, and then that also then that is that this something that she has to report or anything like that, as that she is using this as probably like some training or something for her to become a Reaper herself.
Okay.
Delta is most curious about the actual effects of his new sword and how it will work against these beings, but the hive inside of him is most curious about the flora on the way to this new area, and so it's a bunch of mixed feelings because there are many minds.
Okay.
Hemo's currently wondering where the rest of the party went because he went home with Jessica last night and came back to the hotel room. Back to the tavern where we were actually saying, well, unlike them to get up for an early morning, look up at the sun. Oh, it is not early at all. I wonder if Jessica let me back in real quick. Oh.
I would also like to say that Belyphe would have been is that the squirrel mail still a thing in Israel, or else did they upgrade?
So, squirrel mail has actually gone through a bit of an evolution because the squirrels have, through the couple thousand years since the previous campaign, a handful of druids decided to take the time and create a sentient squirrel nation. The squirrels are, in fact, still in charge of the postal service, but now they outsource. The squirrels manage the operation from behind the desks, and raccoons, possums, chipmunks, and gophers handle the day-to-day deliveries.
Okay.
The squirrels are at the top of the Rodentia kingdom.
Okay, so I just want to say, you said squirrel mail, and I now know you meant the mail, like the regular mailing service, and not like scale mail just made out of squirrels. And I'm like, what the fuck?
We have
Just a bunch of heads of squirrels, or tails of squirrels. How does that help at all? It's just leather armor. Why don't you just say leather? Why are you being weird?
It takes one hit of bludgeoning really well, and then after that, it's just regular armor.
No, then it just comes back from the Geico commercial.
It's made out of actual, real, living squirrels. So you hit it hard enough, and they scatter.
I was going to say what it does. It's like when you're trying to avoid an attack, it for some reason just goes towards the attack, and you're like, "Why did you do that?"
You have to roll a d20 every time you want to move because it might just pause.
Yeah.
Also works just like that cloak with all the pockets. You're just stuffing things inside the squirrels' mouths everywhere. Just cheeks, just bunch of puffy
Squirrel,
cheeks.
pocket squirrel.
DM, can you tell me anything about Jessica so I can add her to my list?
Oh my god.
Jessica is a buxom and vivacious lady who, let's say, she was probably working with the caterers.
Oh,
she's the pastry chef. So you know she got the good snacks.
She got some sweet things.
That she knows how to whiskey real well.
Okay, y'all making it weird. I was just like,
She gonna show you.
Is she human?
She gonna show you how to make a pound cake.
Oh, pound cake.
I might have.
Something about Greenfield. I got stuff to say. I got stuff to say. I'm just not.
No, because the reason I'm saying a list, I got a list of ladies here that have kids for me so that I remember who I have a kid with.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, so you're being like
them honey buns is hard to leave alone.
Y'all didn't know this?
Yeah, I knew it.
Okay. He's very responsible. Baby daddy. That's he's just a baby daddy.
That's why I willingly carry a bag of withholding, and that's why every time I put something in it, I divide it into 4. Is because I got 4 babies.
And soon to be 5.
Possibly.
Yeah, 9
just
months
checking
now.
back in 9 months. Hey,
Hey,
I'll call it a couple weeks.
couple months.
Hold on. We need a sending. It's been about 6 weeks.
God, that your government mandated sending stone for each mom.
I'm on good relationship with all of them. Okay.
Yeah,
But
they don't want you raising.
that, inside of that,
Damn.
this message, so that way that she will be sending it up in Thieves' Camp. Essentially, basically explaining like that the events, how that it has happened, and stuff, and it is all going to be in that the disguise of like a brand new song, and she is going to send it to her, to basically that her mentor in training, Sekriu. It is spelled Skeru.
Secrete. Like Atreyu, but Secrete.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But
Does he have a horse? Does she have a horse?
Probably.
she's not allowed to go to swamps. Period.
Okay,
End of
so
the conversation.
sorry,
Horse in therapy.
Spence. You said that you were sending, like through sending stone
No,
or the
I was
spell,
sending
or
it through mail. That's what I
through
was
squirrel
asking
mail.
about
oh,
the
through
mail.
the squirrel mail. Sorry, I forgot we started talking about the squirrel mail. Okay, you can definitely put that into the post. It'll cost you 2 silver pieces for overnight.
That's fine. I'll just give it a gold.
We're rich. You have a gold, son.
I mean, technically, most settings you have like a couple of gold, and that's a good bit of money. Good job.
Where did it go?
He's got it. Don't fuck up your way of getting a 20, man.
Is your shirt on inside out?
No, it's correct.
Is it?
Yeah, the tag's right there.
Oh, that's
The
weird.
faded part's on the outside.
That's crazy. That I was just wondering because it looks like it's not.
Yeah, I know. It's
The
just-
ADD is strong today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Anyway.
I was looking at it and I was like,
Okay.
faded part's always been on the outside.
If ever there was an episode to be a little bit ADD, this is the episode. Get it all out of your systems. Okay. Anything else before we have y'all leave the first trees, though?
I guess I'll go back to like as he's like wondering what's going on in writing to send how much money to this woman he just slept with. I guess I'll be going to the bar.
Don't make it sound bad.
Until summoned by the rest of my group to leave, because I know that they're doing stuff, and also while I was waiting my sword to get fixed, I would have been tending to the hive that I am creating within the first tree, so that we're making sure that they're all set with as little as we can, with as much as we can spare, but not too much, because we're bees. We procreate. We do that. We do that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like they're gonna grow. They're gonna be fine, but they also need enough to do that, and like making sure they have a good spot to do that in.
Yeah. You could take a couple of hours before the end of day before the end of the day and before your sword is done to make sure that the new hive is well established. That won't be a problem. Okay. Double checking in my brain. Okay. Y'all basically y'all can have a full rest and everything. There's no issues or anything with that. Y'all do get a pretty good sized traveling cart. It's kind of like a Conestoga style. So it's got like the bows up top with a canvas you can pull over them. So you've got shelter. It's essentially like a mobile home type of situation. You also have one very good sized draft horse to pull it. And does anybody have land vehicle proficiencies to be able to drive?
I do not.
I do not.
Don't you have weapons
Okay.
and fighters?
I do. What's the?
I think they automatically get.
Well, it depends, because when you multi-class, it's weird on what your
Yeah,
proficiencies
And plus
are.
that your background too, because my background doesn't have it.
Okay, if nobody has it, y'all can basically pick 1 or 2 people to get a crash course without crashing from the delivery stable that's essentially giving this to y'all on behalf of the queen. And y'all can get proficiency for this cart and this horse. It's not going to be necessarily transferable, but y'all can get proficiency for that. So.
Okay, so when your background is what it is. So if you were a soldier, you get land vehicle proficiency.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're a soldier?
Yeah.
Okay, well then you have that from your background.
Huzzah.
Okay, cool.
I was gonna say you.
Long as at least
the best.
one person has.
Look, it made sense for me to have it, but I've never had this be important, Neysa. No one's ever brought that up in my entire life.
I know it's okay. It's okay.
No, it's a good thing.
I just
How
horse
dare
girl.
you be good at your job? What's wrong with you?
All
How
right, so
dare you be
the
confident.
box of bees is going to be driving the cart. Got it.
All
right.
Yes, we have a mobile home driving a mobile home.
It's mobile homeception.
within mobile home. Hopefully, it's not like AI where you start hallucinating.
This is
There's just too much of a loop going on.
since the RV that I am driving is technically behind the RV that I am. Does this count as a convoy?
We could.
Yeah.
We can
We got a
argue it.
great big convoy running through the night.
So the caravan, not the caravan, but the cart. How big is it?
Man, it's
It's like a Conestoga wagon, so say about 10 feet across and about 15 feet long.
Okay. So I'm assuming it's being pulled up to the where we're staying. So what I'm going to
Sure,
do
yes.
is go to my room, the room that we're leaving, and I'm going to get a big cask of what is actually fermenting wine. And I'm
Nice.
going to go in there and just set up a little area for it. I'm actually going to tie it down, make sure it's good.
I got you.
Can you roll a craft or whatever to see how well you made that, how tight you made the lid to that cask of wine? So
I mean,
I'm just wondering if it's going to be covered in bees all the time. Like all the time.
You're going to be drunk
I
as hell.
mean,
We do that.
all right. So, wait. Question: did you make the cask or did you purchase the cask?
This was something I purchased. It's part of my portable wine cask and a brewer's kit.
Okay, so let's just have it be just a flat proficiency roll. There's not really a skill for this.
Oh, she's asking
So just
for
to
that.
make sure that everything's set properly, just add your proficiency.
19 plus 4.
It is properly situated in the wagon. There will be no extreme B access.
And,
We know it's there.
And I'm going to be like, I get out my brewer's kit and I start fiddling with things, and I get my gravity meter and I just open a bit and just dip it in. I'm just checking everything, making sure everything is good.
Okay, pause real quick. Neysa, I gotta cut our camera. It's flickering really bad.
I've been noticing it, but it wasn't messing with me too much. So
I rolled a perception and I got a 26.
Not a problem.
We all know. You opened it up, you checked the gravity, and we all know.
What I do is I dip the gravity meter in there, and then I fling some of the wine in another spot so the bees have a place to go. And
We are on the spot, we are on your hands, and we are on... You think you're going to fling it over there and we won't smell it on your fingers?
as long as you don't sting me.
No, we're not going to sting you. We don't want to hurt you. We want to eat the wine. We want the nectar.
And then suddenly they're like, "Woo."
Have you ever seen drunk bees or wasps? Because I have, and it's hilarious.
It's scary.
Well, they're all.
It is, but they also can't fly, and so there's a bunch of old rotten fruit that had fermented in the sun, and all the wasps were just on the ground, like buzzing and walking.
it's ridiculous.
That
Okay,
is so
so
fucking crazy. Thinking about that.
y'all are able to in the wagon, you can kind of consider your wagon your mobile base. As long as y'all aren't in like actively hostile bandit situations, you'll be able to get, long rests every night. Don't have to worry about that. Even if you bring the wagon all the way to the necropolis, you can consider that like the safest space to make camp. So what we're gonna do is we're going to assume, as y'all are traveling through mostly populated areas, that y'all are able to make camp at already established wayside like campgrounds, for most part, as y'all are traveling through. So you'll be able to meet and exchange information with other travelers from other areas most nights of your trip. What we're going to do is probably the first don't meme me, but the first 6 or 7 days of the trip. Come on now. I hate this timeline. Okay. Y'all are able to travel without too much issue. I will say though that one of those first nights that y'all are camping alongside the road that's winding leisurely through the giant forest that fills the center of mainland's rail, y'all do end up making camp, and at the same campground tonight is a group of what are clearly the group of Quranan singers. These are centaurid type folk, but not all of them have horse type bodies. Some of them have lizard bodies, and some of them have cat bodies. There's 7 or 8 of them altogether, and they're sitting around a rather large campfire, very well contained in a stone ring. And they're all playing instruments and swapping stories. And if y'all want, y'all can hang out with them that night. You don't have to, but you could.
We would like to hang out with them.
I was thinking there was a busker.
That like that, like you have a busker with you.
Wait, I said busker.
We, as in the Beehive, would like to hang out with them.
That Belyphe will definitely be hanging out with them.
Okay.
This is interesting.
As y'all are... Oh, sorry.
Go on.
As y'all are hanging out with the Quranan singers, they do... they're all just kind of swapping these, like, short stories. You pick up that most of this group has actually been... They're traveling back to the Cora's Hold in the southwest from Stone Scar Pass. So they haven't exactly gone where y'all are trying to go. If you ask them about the any word on the necropolis to the south, they'll only be able to share information that you already know. The same sort of vague, it just appeared a while ago. People have been sending teams down there to check on it. That's all that anybody really knows. But eventually, as y'all are sitting and talking with them, they all start. It seems like this is kind of a game that they start playing, where they start. Somebody says, "I once saw," and they describe a thing that they've seen, and the rest of the crew has to like determine if that's a true or a false tale, and if it's false, they get given a like a treat or something, a trinket or a ring or a snack from the person who told the fib. So it's kind of a tall tales type of game. And essentially, they invite y'all to play this game with them. One of the centaurids will say, "I once heard of an enormous floating ruby which held its worshippers eternally in stone. And if you tried to free them, the ruby would defend its cult with flame and lightning."
That is preposterous. Rocks do not fly.
Oh, hey, I think then
Says the talking metal man.
They have no wings. I fly because I have wings.
I believe I've
We
heard
fly.
this one before, no?
Can I do like a what is it, an insight check?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, not
No, you can't insight check the bluff game.
dirty 20.
As best you can tell, this man appears to be telling the truth. But he sees how skeptical especially DT is, and he says, my metal-bound friend, what, pray then, is this? And he pulls out an arrow, and at the tip of that arrow is an arrowhead that seems to be made of a shard of ruby.
That would be an arrowhead that seems to be made of a shard of ruby. If you put it into a crossbow or bow, it would not fly, but rather be propelled by the... And he starts rattling off
Like the
actual
mathematical-
equations and stuff of the force provided by the string, which is not flight.
Yeah, he does this. I'm gonna say the
Is the ruby, which is being worshipped, propelled by a string?
I think they're speaking in metaphors, not necessarily. You know what like not literal.
I know what a metaphor is dictionarily, but explain.
Well, sometimes people speak in a way that, like, in a flourish. Let's say that, like, a great swordsman will flourish and do something extravagant. People also do that with words. They might say it's a floating ruby, but what they actually are talking about,
So
they're framing it in a way that's like,
you're saying that they're speaking in
Radio.
nonsensical, illogical terms to create a more elaborate story.
okay, I see where you're going with this. And technically, yes, but it's not lying in the sense that you're thinking. Anyway, who wants some wine? I just get out that. And
He just starts pulling out wine. Anybody want to get drunk with me? It's not going to work. It's not going to work with the Romans.
this is what I have to deal with every fucking day. Explaining to the
Another of the companions is a very lithe, cat-bodied lady with these brilliant emerald eyes, and she says, as her part of the game, she says, "I walked through a field of flowers that sang beautifully in the dusk air. But never a bee was there, only bats, summoned by the poppy's song."
We would like to see this field. We would conquer this field. It would be our field.
So
We're eventually going to find out where the speaker is in this one and put a volume knob.
just
Just all of a sudden go,
you just go all the way down and do the click to turn it off.
we just Bluetooth them to a different speaker that we leave back in the wagon.
And he said they're speaking.
Wagon's noisy as shit.
Oh,
but-
DT, I didn't know you were a ventriloquist. You're throwing your voice so well.
oh my god, that's actually a great magic item, the Bluetooth speaker.
With the Bluetooth magic mouth, sending
Right.
magic mouth.
Someone make that a thing.
That does sound like a lovely place there.
I do another insight check.
It makes no sense that the flowers would be singing. Flowers do not have
No, this
voices
is nothing.
or mouths. However, if the field was full of bats, then we would not like that field because bats sometimes like to attack bees. We could defeat the bats. But if there were lots of bats, that would be dangerous.
They also carry disease, which is bad.
So do you.
Pneuma, what was your insight check?
Whoa!
Where's the lie?
I'm very clean. I got a 15.
What he means is
this-
that you carry diseases that bees can't get.
Which is bad.
They can't get a cold, you can.
That's true.
Which is bad.
Pneuma, you can't quite get a read on this lady. Like, you're pretty sure. Like, she's speaking very confidently, but it's more that she's, it's almost like she's speaking toward Hemo rather than anyone else. And she stands up from the fireside, and she walks over to prowls almost over toward DT, lays a hand on DT's shoulder and says, "My friend, everything has a voice, even you. Do not doubt what you have not seen." And she walks toward her
This is
tent
unwanted
with her
physical
hips swaying.
contact.
I need an adult.
I'm sorry. I need a dog.
As y'all are doing that, Hemo's going to stand up. I think I might need to go speak to her about a theological matter.
Good luck procreating.
Go in and do your thing, Chemo. It's okay.
Everybody's known him long enough.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Thank you.
All right.
Just a whole. Not sure if it's a cock block. I'm totally gonna say what you're trying to do.
Another one of the singers looks over at DT and says, "You've had an awful lot to say against our stories, my friend. Why don't you tell us one? What have you seen?"
We've seen quite a bit.
I've seen the reign of 3 queens come and go, all within inside my own husk. And yet, I've seen very little of this world. So, what would you like to know? I can go back as far as 3 reigns, which is approximately, what was it? 9 years? 9 years. I can go back 9 years. I am older than 9 years, but I don't know that. Prior to that, I've seen regular beasts and flowers that do not sing, hills that do not roll. They go up and down. You go up and down on hills. Rocks do not float without other things making them float. Killed mythical beasts, but mythical beasts have been around for a long time. What would you like?
What seems to be the youngest singer, an adolescent, not like a kid, but a youth, pipes up and says, "You should tell us about the most mythical thing you ever saw, especially if you'd never seen anything like it before."
How long ago was the fight at the first tree?
Like 2 days ago.
Yeah. Not 2 nights ago. We fought a ghastly being that was mostly dead. Undead, not quite dead. Magical, yet could not be categorized by my current knowledge of mythical beings. Lots of buzzing for a second. It killed not, I want to say 38?
80.
80.
80.
80. It killed some 80 of us. We killed it. It burst into kind of a mist. It had been held in a cage, which makes no sense, because the cage obviously has bars, and it could have slipped through the cage. It was ghastly, gassish.
Vaporous.
Gas. It was mostly gas. Saw that.
The the singers, I don't know if they quite believe you. They're humoring you, it seems like. I don't know if DT has enough emotional awareness to clock that, but
And
they definitely seem to be humoring him
I'm
more
gonna
than
turn-
believing him.
I turned to Belle. Should I be lying?
Well, I don't think that you're lying about it. I mean
No,
that
but should I be? Is that the game?
no, that's not the game.
The game is not to lie?
No, just tell a fantastical story about what has happened. Just as if that I had basically once saw that basically a ghost that had basically corrupted an entire town, and we essentially had to deal with it. However, whenever we dealt with it, that the ghost basically some of its ectoplasmic energy had basically I breathed it in, and then that's how I got my powers from.
Brilliant. I once met a bear who did not like honey.
Oh, that must have been one of those bears in the jars I've heard about.
No, he was, forget the word. Too much sugar made him feel bad?
Oh, that his tummy hurt. Understandable.
Too much sugar.
Yes.
So the bear told me he did not like honey.
Very interesting.
That was interesting.
Type 1 diabetes.
Yeah, type 1 diabetes. A diabetes bear.
The rest of the evening passes enjoyably. The Quranan
This
singers
moment did
do
not
break
pass
out a.
it passed like a kidney stone.
They break out. They break out an assortment of like travel snacks, trail mixes, and jerkies and things like that to share, kind of a group potluck sort of situation, before all retiring to their own tents. Hemo does not return to the wagon that night, of course. Hemo, she's as exotic as she seems.
Do I need to roll to see if I get hurt?
What type of Centauri?
Roll a performance check, but instead of your charisma, use Constitution.
Damn.
Great, I didn't put anything in performance. I'm all persuasion. Okay, that's a 14.
It's okay.
You have a few scratches, kind of everywhere, but nothing that's going to be anything more than irritating as a reminder.
You get cat scratch fever.
That's not supposed to mean. I don't think.
So, over the next couple of days, y'all keep traveling, and at one point, y'all come across, you see it kind of through the trees on your right as you're traveling. It appears to be a large circle, perfectly symmetrical and opening in the trees. It's only about 20 feet away from the roadway. Y'all can travel right on past it. There doesn't seem to be anything there. It's just an empty circle. But if you want to stop and investigate, you can.
We stop.
Yeah.
But we're stopping because the robot's stopping. Just poke my head out the wagon. Why are we stopping?
If you want to keep going, you drive the thing.
I'm just asking why are we
No, this
stopping?
is Jed talking. That's what I'm going to do. We stop for a second. I send some 15 bees to investigate because shapes do not form perfectly in that in nature like that.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen, though. As your bees leave the trees and cross over into that empty space, you feel each one of them drop dead.
Does fairy
As
fire
soon as
create
they cross
actual
that
fire?
threshold.
Hold on. Wait a second.
It just
Wait.
makes everything purple and easier to hit.
That's... You motherfuckers. No, we're burning this shit down. Hunter,
DT, are you okay?
We've killed my beast.
What killed your... What happened?
I stand up. I point at the circle that's in the forest. And I very loudly yelled, "It killed us! We must repay it in kind!"
So is it
And I get off of the...
It's a circle that is like a threshold into the forest. Is what I'm picturing.
So, about 20 feet off the roadway to the right, there is a very clear clearing, what seems to be a perfect circle in the trees. The ground is gray.
Okay, so I'm going to get...
roll an investigation type thing.
Okay, so I have some...
Okay.
I have some dried smoked salmon in my rations. I'm going to take a piece out, and I'm going to walk up, not passing through the threshold, but I'm going to go in and just toss it in.
It lands on the bare earth. It's not stone, it's just gray dirt. But Pneuma, roll me an active perception check. And DT, you said you were rolling investigation?
Yes.
Okay.
So 29.
18.
Okay. DT, as you get within about 5 feet of crossing that threshold, Melisande in your head starts frantically buzzing. She says, "Stop, stop, 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 stop. Do not step over." And as you look, both of you, DT and Pneuma, as you look at this circle, it is essentially a perfect circle of gray dirt and dead grass. Sprinkled amongst the dirt and dead grasses, you see little skeletons of birds and squirrels and other small fauna. It seems like this circle causes small things to die the moment they step into its circumference. Now, DT, your bees are picking up some sort of a scent, but they don't know how to identify it. All they can say is sweet but bad.
The sweet smell of death.
The sickly sweet.
Looking out there, since there's dead squirrels, do we also notice like letters that never got to where they were supposed to go?
No, remember the squirrels aren't the ones delivering anymore. It's all the other rodentia.
Yeah.
But no missing letters.
Let's see.
That would be funny.
I want to use... Ooh. I'm going to cast Speak with Animals and find a different animal in the area to...
Okay.
Just to try to find other animals in the area to ask about this circle and what it is and why it's doing this. What its purpose is.
Okay. Hang on one second. Okay.
You
find a nest full of fledgling cardinals, and their mama cardinal on a branch nearby.
Y'all just see DT walking around, making a bunch of random animal noises until he locks onto a branch and just starts whistling a bunch.
Oh, he's doing that thing again.
Since you don't have lips, I'm assuming this just sounds like a dial-up modem.
No, the whistles work. The whistles work. R2-D2 whistles.
He chirps.
True. Same diff, to a certain extent.
I'm just trying to...
Birds whistle and they don't have lips.
This is true.
Anyway, so I talked to the Cardinals. What do the Cardinals say?
So, the cardinals, as best you can interpret, what they say is bad air, no fly, bad air.
Is it a globe, or does it go straight up like a cylinder?
The cardinals don't understand how you phrase that question.
Does the bad air where you don't fly go directly vertical from the circle on the ground, or does the bad air from which you cannot fly stop if you go high enough?
Oh, I got it.
The cardinal basically tells you only ever fly around, don't know.
Is the bad air... Does the bad air where you don't fly have a purpose?
Bad air kills.
Can the bad air where you don't fly have more warning signs so other things don't die?
She basically flutters over to a branch closer to the circle and says, bones.
Thank you. Wait, one more thing. Bad air where you cannot fly. Does it kill anything big?
She essentially says, big birds? Bigger than me? Jays?
Does it kill deer? Does it kill moose? Does it kill bear?
She looks at the circle and cocks her head. No bones.
As he's talking, is the salmon that I threw in there, what's the condition of it?
It is simply there. You said it was dried salmon? There seems to be no change.
I'll finish talking to it. I turn around. I see you looking at the salmon that you threw in there. That salmon is already dead. It cannot die again. You can pick it up if you'd like. You were too big for it to die.
Well, I was assuming there was maybe like time alteration, so maybe it rotted things that went in there. But I mean,
it's already dead.
No, well, I do not trust a bird.
You didn't talk to a bird. You don't know to trust a bird.
Oh, I
So
do
do you not
to the
trust?
bird.
Do you not trust DT?
I don't I don't think there's enough information to say definitively if I stick my hand in there to get that salmon that like.
Do you need a second opinion now?
Well, I was talking out of character,
okay.
But I'm going to get up and look past where the opening is to see if there's anything else. Just like
The trees the forest resumes on the other side of this circle of death, and you don't see anything different on the other side of it. There's no like there doesn't appear to be anything causing like an illusion or something. But let me double check really quickly because I think as you're looking across the clearing, though, now that you're just like staring straight across, you do see almost a waver in the air, like heat shimmer on a hot day or over a stove. There's like a wavering to the air, a watery quality to it.
I'm going to grab a small while walking around the perimeter of the bubble of the circle.
Mm-hmm.
DT will grab a small shrubbery tree branch type thing. I want to lean it into so that the branch goes into the bubble to see if it kills flora as well as fauna.
As you push the branch, the living branch over that threshold, that perimeter, it does immediately start to wither. The leaves all kind of shrivel and begin to turn like a greasy, waxy gray on the edges of each leaf. The branch itself doesn't, you don't feel anything through the branch. There's no like shuddering or anything like something working upon it. There's no wind or anything. But it does very clearly immediately start to like sicken and wither away.
I let go of the branch. Obviously, I don't want to kill the plant. I just wanted to test something. This kills everything small, not just something small.
I'm going to use my walking stick to tease the salmon out because I don't want any small animals like going in there for it.
Did you tell us about the shimmery spot or no?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just point that out as I'm getting the salmon out because I don't want any small animals going in there.
We're all. I'm walking around the perimeter, and as we're poking, or as you're poking at the salmon, I'm messing with the tree. I do speak up. I was like, according to the cardinals that I spoke to, the circle kills small animals, but there is no evidence that it will harm anything larger. Only small bones remain. Hemo, don't touch. Others may be able to.
Well, I think
That's fair.
I think in terms of like just because we don't know everything about it, like let's just try and give it a wide berth.
Why would you want to birth it?
I want to
No.
fly up, and see that if I can see anything in the center of it.
So you fly up above the trees, but you're not crossing into
Correct. I'm not crossing
the
it.
airspace over the circle. Okay.
Correct.
There's nothing in the center of it. There's nothing in the air above it. With Pneuma having mentioned there was a shimmer at ground level ish. I feel like you're looking for that as well. Roll an investigation check once you're in the air over the trees.
Okay. And then I'm going to pump a psychic die in it to boost that a little bit. It didn't help, but investigation, that would be a 14.
Okay. You don't see any shimmer, but as you're up in the air over the trees, the breeze shifts a little bit, kind of pushes you back a little bit, but with that push, you smell a very rank, like rotten eggy type of smell.
What was out of character wasn't me.
Going to fly back down to the others and just be like, I couldn't find anything, but God, that reeks of just nastiness up there. It smells like it's just rotten. Smell like spoiled.
Huh.
So
As
the circle stinks from above.
It might smell like death. Who knows?
As I'm walking around it, around the perimeter, I'm using my hand axe and my rapier to just kind of clear a path of a circle around a circle. So it's a little bit more...
A little bit easier to navigate.
Well, a bunch of small animal skeletons on the perimeter of a bunch of dead grass might not be as obvious, but if you can see the small animal skeletons because there's nothing growing over them, it'll help. And so I'm trying to like give it more of a
You're more or less clearing out underbrush to kind of give it more of a cleared area to it.
Yes.
Okay. So you're saying, and I point, there's a shimmer right here.
Right.
Any
You
clue
know
what
what?
type of magic it is, other than I'm assuming necromancy?
Well, let me. You know what? I kind of want to look myself, and I'm gonna like stomp my hooves a bit and activate elemental attunement, and y'all feel like air go around me,
Yep.
and I'm going to float up. And I want to see what Belle was seeing.
So you go up above the canopy, above the trees, and you're looking at the airspace over the circle. You can roll another perception check.
Yeah, not great. 15.
Okay. You don't see the shimmer up here. There's no wavery, watery quality to the air above the circle at this height.
Huh. I'm gonna like float down, and as I float down, y'all get blasted with a little bit of air. I didn't see what you were saying, but maybe it's just.
I had smelt it, didn't see it.
Did I smell anything, or is it just kind of just like at that height? It was
The
just-
breeze didn't really shift while you were up there.
I didn't smell anything, but maybe it was just like. Maybe it's just the breeze shifting away from me.
So, to ask DM, 20-foot circle, gray
Yo.
earth, small things are dead around it, animals are avoiding it. What do I need to roll? What do I need to roll to determine whether or not there is some type of magical effect occurring here right now?
If you don't want to spend a detect magic spell, you can just roll an Arcana check to see if you can sense any magic at all.
Oh, that's a 2, so let's hope.
That's
That's a 17 total.
I was about to say, it's not bad. It's not bad.
17
You
total.
don't feel any trace of any magic in, around, or in the vicinity of the circle, except the magics that you and your companions bring with you.
All right. I feel that this might be just naturally occurring and might be a gas leak. I'm not feeling any magic here.
a gas leak.
Might be, yeah.
So
This is illogical. A gas leak would not form in a perfect circle.
I mean, sometimes weird things happen. Nature.
A gas leak would dissipate when going higher.
It's true.
You could fly into it. It shouldn't harm you. There are no big bones.
Are you saying I
well,
should?
I got an idea to test this theory. We all step back really far. We throw a torch in.
Well, the torch isn't alive, though. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. You know what? How about y'all step back? I'm a lot faster than y'all. And I can go up.
Fire and heat rises. Up would not help. Also, if we are going to explode a gas leak that is illogical but could technically be the issue, we would kill many small creatures who live near the area. Particularly the nice cardinal family, whom just told us about this area.
I mean,
All right. I got
Please
another.
don't kill the nice cardinal family.
Fine. Let's get another opinion. And I'm gonna. Is there a rock nearby?
Yes, there are rocks.
I will find a decent size older rock, and I will cast a spell. Speak with inanimate object.
really?
Wait, what?
Speak with inanimate object.
Okay, so I got it because we gave the okay for Kobold Press spells.
Okay.
So it is a speak with inanimate object. It's a ritual, so it takes me 10 minutes. I got to hold the rock and think really hard, guys.
You grabbed the
awake-
youngest rock you could find. You
I
didn't
fi-
even know.
I look for a big chunky older rock. You awaken
That's
a
not how you
he-
determine
he
age
just-
of rocks.
He's just sitting there. He's like, I got an idea, guys. He picks up a rock and just sitting there like this.
You
with 10
awaken the
minutes
spirit that resides inside an inanimate object such as a rock, a sign, or a table, and can ask it up to 3 yes or no questions. The spirit is indifferent towards you unless you have done something to harm it or help it. The spirit can give you information about its environment and about things it has observed with limited senses. And it can act as a spy for you in certain situations.
Oh, that's cool.
The spell ends when its duration expires or after you have received answers to the 3 questions. Who's ready for an NPC, guys?
Never asking a third question. Just
No, I can cast it on the same rock again. We just get Rocky.
You just have a pet
Naming
rock
Dwayne.
the entire time.
Huh?
You're just gonna have a pet rock the entire time.
I just put him down somewhere, cast it. First question. Right, can you keep an eye on this for us for just a minute?
Dwayne the rock I found in the woods.
John Stone?
John Stone, yeah.
All right, so I will cast it on this rock.
Okay.
Is there any sign to anybody else that I have awakened this stone for the next 3 questions?
But he's
anyone who has, I guess, like a spirit. I guess Pneuma might be the only one who's got like a spiritual awareness for like elemental awakenings like that. So I think Pneuma would clock it.
Oh, there. This clearing over there, is there maybe a gas leak within it?
The rock's voice in your head is not what you expected. The answer you get is y'all didn't hear it.
We didn't hear
The
it.
microphone didn't pick it up?
No.
Ah, crap. It was really high pitched. It was like still not picking it. Damn
No,
it. Okay.
sorry.
It's a really high pitched helium induced yes.
yes.
The stone says, yes, there is a gas leak out there in that field. Has it been going on for like a while now?
Yes.
All right, last question before I put you back down. Would you like to tag along with us on an adventure?
Hang on.
Just the rock going,
No, that sounds stupid.
Then I'll just put it back down. Consent is important. You don't just steal people on your adventures.
Right?
Yeah.
You just offer them gainful employment at your cabbage farm.
The rock responds, "No, thank you."
And I just put the rock down. Stone says it's a gas leak.
no, I'm kidding. So, do we just want to leave this here for someone else, or do we want to actually
The only two ways to stop a gas leak:
plug it or
plug it or blow it.
Blowing a gas leak does not necessarily stop the gas leak. It turns it into a fire leak.
Sometimes, but at the same time, I've seen people use explosions to put out fires and leaks. It seems counterintuitive, but it has worked.
I mean, you get rid of the source of the fire, and then, it just kind of burns itself out.
It can get rid of all the oxygen.
There's still the concern of the nice families around the gas leak.
That is true. We would have to...
Then we don't do it.
Like, if we were going to, we would have to tell them, it's like, hey, this is about to get big, and they would have to, evacuate.
And we'd also have to do the calculations of how big the explosion would be. To do that, I have to know exactly how much gas is being leaked out into the area, and what type of gas it is, and how big the flame is going to be that we pass into the gas.
I just say
There's too
that
many
we
variables.
just report it to the next guard that we see.
They're just going to blow it up.
Yeah, they're probably just going to blow it out.
Well, then that is not on our hands. Then
What about
Kind of, yeah, it would be.
I have an
necessarily.
idea, and you all see me taking a bunch of wood and tying it together with vines to create weird symbols around it. This will
Blair
scare-
Witch style.
Yeah, Blair Witch style. This could scare guards
Nice.
into not touching it and leaving it alone, and therefore not a gas leak, but
Something spooky.
spooky. Yes, spooky.
DT.
Yes.
DT, as you're gathering bits and bobs to do so, eventually you stumble across, as you're picking up pieces of deadfall and vines, you grab a stick which turns out to be attached to a sign that has fallen over. And the sign says, "Natural gas leak, avoid." And it seems like it was posted facing the road. It just has fallen over.
Not one of us saw that.
No.
Perception passive 19, folks.
passive 20.
It was buried under. It
Investigation
was
of
buried
29.
under dead fallen vines. Nobody was looking.
Man,
This
this
is
sounds
true.
like
This
some
would be true.
infrastructure here in Louisiana.
Investigation 29. That is Louisiana infrastructure.
Dude, that's
Also,
some Ashland Parish infrastructure.
yeah.
New game, and we're still hating on a fictitious place.
Good.
A fictitious place. Okay, sure. I will. I found the sign. Should we repost it?
We should probably do that.
Yes.
Like
Yeah, we probably should. Yeah.
I just push it into the ground at the beginning of the little area, and then
I'm going to use elementalism to like bring up the earth around it to kind of secure it a little
They're
bit.
about to throw a fire into the dead center.
As you're doing that, just
you just see a robot running away, going shit, 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 shit.
stupid goat.
Stupid.
You ever they're going, and we're back, and
Okay.
she and I are back at the wagon going, the fuck are they doing?
What the fuck?
The fuck are they doing? It's just, do you smell burning?
I really want you to
I
get
guess.
scared and then just go like petrified for half a second.
You just scapegoated.
we find a nice dam, and I get to climb it.
Ah, nice.
But I just sit there like this.
We find you randomly in the top of a tree for no reason.
Yeah.
Just up there chewing on a can.
Craved that mineral. Okay.
Who told
Couple of
me
days
to-
after that,
who told
as
me?
y'all are continuing to travel along, the road actually starts to kind of meander its way down and become like merges with an old riverbed. So like the river cobbles are now part of the roadbed. And as you're traveling along this little meandering causeway, you do spot an island. Obviously, there's no water surrounding it anymore, just the river rocks. But on this island stands a about 15-foot tall black obelisk in the dead center. And all around the edges of the island, at intervals, are little cairns of stones piled up.
I send bees to investigate.
137 bees
The-
die.
10 bees. It's only 10 bees. I have scouts. That's what they do. That's how beehives work.
The bees report hawthorn and sage grouse kind of blanketing the island. They report that there's little moss roses in and amongst the cairns of stones, and that there is nothing growing on the obelisk in the center.
Okay. We send new bees to pollinate and bring back what nectar we can, and we travel on as if it's just a place with rocks and nice flowers.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm in the back. I'm just,
As we go by, I'll pull out my holy symbol and say a quick little prayer to Partan, and
I'm going to pull out a camera. Oh.
I just basically just look at the obelisk and just, pay my respects to it.
Some interesting things
Okay.
on the road so far.
this is when the free run background music needs to be playing.
I feel like that would be copyrighted.
Yeah, it is.
If only I
right,
where can you find pre-run?
Crunchyroll.
The
Crunchyroll.
internet.
Well, yeah, the internet. Shut up.
Uh,
I'm gonna have to steal rubies.
All right. One last little vignette before we take a mid-game break here. Couple of days after that, so y'all are on about day 6-ish now of your travel. You start seeing signs along the roadway, kind of billboard-esque, not huge, but like good plate-sized signs that say things like fizzy drinks, 5 silver each, dead ahead, and natural fizzy spring water, dead ahead. Just a whole bunch of like advertisements for what seems to be a little soda shack. And eventually the road leads you right to it. It's a little soda shack that you can actually see behind it. There's like a spring house, and every so often you see a little geyser, about a 20-foot just geyser comes up out of the ground, out of the spring house. And they're basically this little trio of halflings has set up a soda shack.
Delta would have read the signs and sped the carriage up a little bit because there are dead. If no one stops me, we are going to speed through this area because, according to the signs, there's dead things here.
Fair.
All of this is just an expression.
You don't know this yet. No one has talked to me. I am just going fast through the air.
Why are you going
Dada,
fast?
why are we going fast?
Okay, well, so hold on. Delta's on the carriage seat
I am
with
driving.
our beasts of burden that are hauling us. At this point, I feel it's oxen because we're on the Oregon freaking Trail. Who's up there with Delta?
That's what we need to know if we're gonna try to stop for the halflings.
I feel like I will probably be up front the most.
I would only say something as soon as I feel like we're gaining momentum because you're sloshing around.
The very first sign, which would have probably been a few miles prior to the city, to the area.
Yeah.
I would have started speeding up.
Why are we speeding up?
The sign said dead ahead.
No,
I do not wish to deal with dead things, so we were going to ride past it quickly.
That is just an expression that they used, and that they mean that it is just coming up, it's just coming up on the road.
Why didn't they just say coming up on the road? Still going fast. If they didn't mean dead, then why didn't they say
you and
not
me just
dead?
poke our heads to the back of the curtain?
I want to try
Why
this
are we
fizzy
going so
drink.
fast?
The sign said dead ahead. I do not want to deal with the dead things
That's
that are
not
ahead.
what it means.
Dead ahead just means it's right ahead.
Why did it not say right ahead? It
Because
said
that's
dead
how
ahead.
language
If it
works.
was right ahead, they would have said right ahead. They said dead ahead. There are dead things ahead.
No,
Along with fizzy drinks.
Is there any other things that it said on the sign?
Fizzy drinks and dead ahead.
It's just saying that they're fizzy
There was
drinks
not proper
right ahead.
punctuation. It did not say fizzy drinks directly ahead of you. It said fizzy drinks dead ahead.
We don't
fizzy
have to
drinks
stop
and dead
it.
ahead.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. You
What
can
will be
slow
fine?
down. We're not going to have any dead ahead.
I don't want to fight the dead.
We don't have to fight the dead.
Are
because
these-
there are no
Well, hold
dead.
on. Ask your queen if she wants something sweet to drink.
Yes,
There's already wine on the cart.
that there is going to be
Something that doesn't inebriate.
Lots of buzzing.
Sugar without the sin.
What is sin?
Mostly a concept to make people feel guilty.
Please tell the robot what sin is.
Okay, you want that? Okay, I'll level with you. It's mostly a gimmick to try to make people feel bad about something and make them donate.
Please tell the robot about seeing it.
Put that shit on a shirt. Please tell the robot about sin. TBS.
Shit, we got so many sticker ideas.
Oh my god.
But I'm just sitting there. So yeah, why don't we slow down and see what it's about? It's not. You won't have to fight any dead. I promise.
Nothing but zombies are working this soda fountain.
Zombies in a soda fountain, and then you've never heard a robot cuss before, but a whole lot of B cuss words are coming out of me right now.
I'm just like, I didn't expect this.
Very
actually.
sharp buzzing.
It's just like when an EMF meter starts going off.
It's like there's no ghost here. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, shit.
He's the REM pod.
Most of the ghost just says, leave. You're like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Time to go.
Bitch, you ain't paying for this hotel room.
All right, so...
Do you know how much I paid?
So, yeah. They do convince me to slow down because I have misinterpreted signs before. I slow down and we get to the area. Thank you for all playing in my little game.
I figure this is going to be a recurring thing.
It's not the first time it has happened.
It's not.
Nah,
Basically this is a soda shack. They have basically flavored sodas. So apple soda, banana flavored soda, which I will admit that DT is not going to be interested in that because that smells like scary. And orange flavored soda, grape flavored soda, but they also have Goodberry tonics. And the Goodberry tonics are 8 silvers each. All the other fizzy sodas are 5 silvers each.
I have a question. Do they have the novelty sodas that are like savory? Like the bacon flavor?
There is no
There
mustard
is-
soda.
There is a half
Bring that
shelf.
one back up.
Half shelf on display of pot roast flavored fizzy soda. But it has a big sign over it, like a big red lettered sign that says experimental, no refunds.
I totally buy that one because I'm a
I
goblin.
buy one.
I'm a freaking raccoon as a goblin. So, in fact, I'm gonna just buy 2 so it's easier to
I'm
keep up
buying
with
a
money.
crate.
Delta,
I'll spend a gold to buy a crate of this.
after reading the mini
A
flavors,
gold is 2.
Delta
A gold
is
is
disappointed
two?
that
It's
there is
5
no honey
silver.
flavor.
Oh, okay. I'll spend a gold to buy
Delta's
it.
disappointed that what?
There's no honey flavor. Why would you have flavors without the best flavor?
Pork soda.
So,
The halfling behind the counter, if you verbally express this, the halfling behind the counter will say, "Well, see, we wanted to do honey flavored soda, but the meadery, couple of towns over, said that they's got a monopoly on the honey flavored drinks, and we're still negotiating that to try to get them to not come after us
Well then.
because they take their meadery seriously."
I turn to the others and to get a clarification of Monopoly.
It's a game. You play it with friends.
Oh no, it means
Oh,
that
no.
one posh tit
Yes,
is taking over the market and won't let anyone else in because they say they control it.
pretty much that.
Rude.
Yes, that they want to withhold all of the honey for just at their market, and then not to let that these fabulous
Simplega
gentlemen.
Simplega has anti-monopoly laws because we don't want one person making the wine.
Good sir, if you were to procure some honey, not of the hives that contribute to the meadery, would that make the meadery attack you?
Well, they wouldn't attack us. They'd just they'd probably file some sort of a like a trade infringement with the courts. They'd try to prove that we must have stolen the honey, but even if they can't prove that, they'd still say, well, they're the only ones with secret recipes, so we can't do that either. It'd just be a whole long drawn out thing, and I don't really think we can afford the legal fees that it would take because we don't. None of us have legal background.
Hearing all of this, Belle would like to use her sleight of hand to create some documents up quickly that basically explains that the honey that Delta is going to give is basically part of the free market and basically allows them to have the honey on their property, and then that they cannot be charged with that.
Power words, forged document.
Okay.
The best.
Hang on, Belle. Let me
Citing
ask you this.
citing the bee.
Um,
Do you have a bee lawyer?
No.
Let's see. Do you have a forgery kit that would have like the proper inks and forms for you to be able to base off of?
Unfortunately, no, I don't have a forger's kit. Unfortunately,
Okay, so you could write up like a statement
Yeah.
but you know that it's not going to look very it's not going to be very official looking.
That shit's not
And
gonna
so
hold
it
up.
might, if things actually do go to a court system, it's probably just going to be waved off.
Right.
You could do it. I'm saying you could do it. It's just it may not have the intended effect you want if things went that far.
Then I'm probably not going to risk it then.
But what I will do is
Sorry,
send
it was a
5
good idea. I just
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
I don't think that's quite the effect there.
I mean, I could technically give you a little bit of help. I have a courtier's background, so I'd know what a legal document would look like, but we don't have any of the accoutrement to make it look.
Yeah, it would have to be localized too,
I've
right?
seen
Yeah.
legal documents.
But I'm going to spend 5 gold to get 5 of the pork sodas and 5 of the orange sodas because I really want the citrus.
I'm going to ask, do you happen to have tamarind?
I think we might still have a couple, but they might be a little out of date. That's why they're not on the shelf. You want me to go look in the back?
Oh, that'd actually be fine. That'd be perfect.
They do have a couple of bottles of tamarind, but it's like last season's tamarind, so it's not quite as fizzy anymore.
All right, that is fine. I now have 2 tamarind and I have 2 pork sodas.
I am going. You first.
A handful of my bees, I'd like them to be sampling the bits of sugar around each bottle to see which one the hive might like the most, including the good berry one.
This is how you're going to leak blue later, like the freaking bees eating the M&Ms.
Yeah, probably.
Just have some blue.
Is there
on it.
any particularly nice things about the good berry that the other ones don't have?
So the good berry soda, as the staffers will explain to you, the good berry sodas actually give you the same benefit as the good berries produced by the spell. They actually are partnered with a local druid circle to get their good berries fresh every day, and so they make good berry sodas that you are more palatable because everybody knows that good berries don't actually taste all that good. So they're able to preserve the benefits of the good berry, but actually make it tasty.
Interesting.
So,
I would like a few good berry sodas.
I was dropping down 5 gold to get 5 good berry tonics.
No, she didn't say they were gold.
That they were 8 silver, and then that 8 silver.
yeah.
So then that'd be 4 gold technically, because then that 10 pieces of silver is
Right.
1 gold, so it'd be 4 gold.
So the bees actually really prefer the apple flavored soda. It's very, very, very succulent.
Then I get 5 apples and 4 good berries. 1 for each of us. I don't know how I will consume it, but I do understand that it's supposed to be good for me.
We plug it into a port.
Just pour it into the hive.
Just splash it.
You can't
Okay,
fly
so
right now, but you feel
two and a half gold for the apple sodas, and you said 4 of the good berry.
Yes.
So be another 3. So 5 golds, 8 silver, I think is the math on that.
We're gonna round it up to 6 gold and just take an extra.
There you go.
I take some more apple until it's 6 gold.
As soon as I get
That'll work.
Okay.
I open up for the
6
citrus
apple
soda.
sodas and your 4 good berry tonics.
The second we leave this place, I'm busting open one of those pot roast sodas.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there. I'm just like sitting there, just sipping on the orange soda. I'm content. I like citrus.
I'm drinking bubbly pork broth.
I'm like, how is it?
Cold, bubbly pork broth.
You know, it's literally not the worst thing I've ever had in my mouth.
That's saying a lot. You've had a lot of things in your mouth.
I have. Yeah.
You're adventurous, as they say.
You only go around the sun once, right?
mean, I say adventurous and goblin.
Yeah. It just is. Yeah.
All right.
While driving,
With that, let's.
while
Go
driving,
ahead.
I have poured one of the apple sodas into my mug of comforting warmth, and although I
Yeah.
cannot drink, the mug and my arm is covered in bees, and so I'm driving with a mug in my hand, and it's just bees all over.
It's the scariest fucking thing.
It's the
to
scariest
anyone.
freaking thing.
But you are so unnerving for no reason.
Go, horsey!
And I think we're just like used to it by now. We're like, yeah.
All of us are used to it right there.
We're all slightly unsettling.
Yeah.
Bees?
He's the worst.
I'm just a robot filled with bees. Not the bees.
Giant robot powered by bees. Anywho, with that, let's take a break because I can feel my brain going a little fuzzy myself.
All right.
And we'll come back to wrap out y'all's travel.